this stage. Okay, there we go. Give us a minute.
It's not doing it.
There we
There
go.
it goes. All right. Hi, Facebook.
And hi, Instagram.
Hi, guys. Catch better lighting. All right. Good evening. Happy Thursdays. Thursday. How you guys doing? Hope you guys all have had a wonderful week so far. Working into this weekend. See what's going on over here. So what are we talking about tonight?
What are we talking about tonight?
Do some story time.
We can engage in some things a little bit later on in the show, but you had sent something and I didn't. We can go on into that.
So I was thinking we talk about is what's good for the goose, good for the gander. Is what's good for the goose, good for the gander. That's an old
Break that down
saying. The old saying
that may not know.
It's what's good for the woman, or what's good for the man, good for the woman. What's good for the goose, good for the gander. So I'm not sure how y'all feel about it, but I'm just asking the question.
Chime on in, and tell a friend,
Because we are live.
What is goose for the gander and the gander of the goose?
What's good for the goose is what's good for the goose, good for the gander.
Okay, got to get that right so I can title our show properly. Love it. So, what is your opinion on that?
I was watching Shannon. I love that show. I really do. The Shay Shay Show, whatever. So I was watching him, and I was watching the show with Ray J, and he's in that all together. He's extreme because he's been through a lot of stuff, and he has brought forth a lot of stuff with the whole Kim Kardashian, and I think he is true to you know what I mean, saying that kind of changed the culture of things in America as far as social media and exploitation and just being more open sexually, and the whole OnlyFans and a whole bunch of other stuff was now accepted that was not prior accepted before he came along with, or they came along with that tape, and it's changed that family's life extremely. So completely. And, Kim Kardashian, the Kardashians, period. They all grew from that show. So I mean, from that video.
I think a lot has changed from since the Kardashians been out. Not to pump them up or nothing, but a lot of trends. They set a lot of trends. Things have been different since they came about. Like every style, every body type, everybody wanted to look like a Kardashian, or just they sparked the interest of the hair extensions, the big thick eyebrows, the body shape and enhancements. Like they did it, they set the bar. Like hands down, I gotta give it to them. Like give it to them or give it not, but credit or no credit, but they're taking the credit. I'm marking them off as getting the credit for that.
Yeah, even with the whole family having Black children, except for Courtney, I think it made it more acceptable for these women to go and be single mothers to Black children, mixed children, biracial children. Can't call them just Black, but yeah, biracial children. So it's brought about a lot. That video sparked a lot, but I was saying that show because he was talking about how he's had to learn over the years, because his whole thing with him and Princess was that he was super out there dating other women, seeing other people, cheating all the time, all the things. So I was saying that he was saying that he now understands, like, if he had a sixth, it should be okay for her to have a sixth. Like he had the same philosophy. So my philosophy, if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander, because I do believe that we only all live once. And if you're going to be out there, however you want to be out there, I only think it's fair that you allow whomever to have already. You're going to get that.
Wow. I knew I should have put that on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah.
She knows we're freaking gotta start all over. Sorry, y'all. Sorry
Do
for the
we?
interruption. I think it does. Like
No, it
the,
don't.
the recording.
There it is.
I
It's no
think,
longer live.
I think the recording. No, it's
No.
live. I think the recording doesn't take the whole thing.
It's frozen.
One
Hold on.
second.
Let it catch up. The thing has to catch
I
up.
need to open this and where are you? Where's that little focus?
Okay, yeah, it's back on.
Yeah,
It just
there
was
we
a delay,
go.
guys.
Do not disturb, but it's still even because it's gonna be
There
open.
was a delay. There was a delay.
Okay.
There was a delay. So we're back. Sorry about that. That phone got a call. So we truly apologize. So yeah, I'm sure there was like a little delay. But however, back to what I was talking about. So what's good for the goose, good for the gander. Like I said, I was watching Shay Shay, and just to catch up everybody else to speed, whoever's just come in. I was watching Shay Shay and Ray J, and Ray J was talking about how he's grown to learn that was good for, whatever he puts out there. Like if he had a sixum, then it would be okay for a princess to have a sixum. Just saying, if you got to go watch the show if you're into that. But yeah, he was talking about that, and it was saying, he agrees. Like we only live once. And that's been my philosophy. Like we only live once, and I want my partner, whoever I deal with, have already lived their life, have fun, explored and experimented.
Right.
Or you know what I'm saying? If you're in my life and you still have not gotten it all out your system or whatever the case being, I feel like at some point, who am I to step in your way of your happiness? Who am I to stand in the way of your happiness? You only live one time. Once you're gone, you're gone. So,
I agree. We only live once. Once the curtain is closed, it's a wrap.
Right. You can't control somebody else's life anyways.
But the fairness in that. I mean, it's fair to be able to, don't be double standard. If you can do it, so can I.
Yeah.
But I feel like
Let's dance.
in today's society, spirit finger with a jab hand. No, don't stop. The fairness is not there. Men, I think, are okay. They're not gonna be looked at no kind of way of having a sixum. But you turn around and let a woman have a sixum, it's gonna be a lot of judgment.
Yeah.
And that's what's not fair about that. So, like this topic says, if it's
Good for the goose, is it good for the gander?
it should be. If a man can have a sixum, women should be able to have one too, and not be looked at as slut.
It shouldn't be any different either
It
way.
shouldn't be judged.
It should be looked at more on freedom as far as be free to express yourself however you want to express yourself. And is the love going to be lost if the person does, explore their sexuality or whatever else?
But what about this?
You go out and buy a $200,000 car. Should I be able to go out and buy one? Yes. What about what?
What about when women, they partake in threesomes or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
They don't, consider themselves as lesbian or gay. But if a man was to have, a threesome and it's a man and two women,
Or
and
man
they
and
touch or anything
Two
like
men
that,
and a
two
woman.
men and a woman, they're going to be looked at as gay, right?
I just saw something like that.
Is that fair?
If you tried it once or twice, if a guy hooked up with a guy once or twice, I know we be talking about a lot of stuff, but does that make him gay? Here we go again.
We're back to this subject. Men go to hell.
How about we just don't even answer that?
In other words, run those mouths up, ladies and gentlemen.
So all of that reminds me of that topic about like that. I know you guys have probably seen, I don't know if we talked about this last week, but I know you guys have probably seen where the girl is telling her husband The wife is telling her husband that he cannot go and see his first love on her deathbed. Did you guys see that one? But he also has a child with her. And that was his first love. I can only imagine it probably was that fresh out of school or something like that. And they had a kid and then, didn't work out. And then he got married. But his wife is now saying, no, you cannot go see her on her deathbed.
Jealous?
Is that fair or not?
Jealous of a dead woman is wild.
I just feel like, I don't feel like, to me, honestly, I don't think that's fair. I think that it's your right. It's your life. You only live once, and you should be able to go and say goodbye to whomever you want to go say goodbye to.
Yeah.
Who stands in the way of that? That's weird to me.
Yeah.
Closure is a good thing. Like, we all need closure. She may need to know that her baby's going to be okay once she, leaves this place. And once, he might want to assure her that I love you. I've loved you once, and I will honor you in death and take care of our child or whatever the case be. Be there for our grandbabies and everything else that comes with, being a parent. So I just thought it was crazy that she is saying, and it might have been scripted or not, I don't know, but she was basically saying, no, it was not okay, and you're not going, and if you go, it's over, and
get rid of her.
Crazy.
Get rid of her. That is sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What about the guys, like if you have a tattoo and you always have this tattoo, but when you got in a new relationship, your new man told you to get rid of that tattoo, but the dude whose name it was is dead. Like,
oh wow,
why are you even worried about that? It's a dead man.
That's a good one. Should somebody have to get their tattoo covered up if they enter into a new relationship? Should they be asked to cover up their old tattoos of their own names? I don't have any tattoos, so it won't be me.
And I don't have no male names on me, so definitely, we're just speaking hypothetically. Should a person entering a new relationship have to cover up a tattoo of a dead person's name?
They're not even just a dead.
No, if they're still living and you foul, you need to cover that up before you get into a new relationship. I don't think a living person, you still got Jimmy name on you and you land up in the bed with Chris. No, absolutely not. Get rid of it.
Again, I don't feel like they should have to get rid of it.
Nah, keep that tattoo because they had
keep whatever you want
for the new person.
And that situation might not even work out. You might end up back with Chris.
Not if Chris is dead.
Oh my. Go to Precious.
OMG.
I know you guys probably saw the other story that's been out on social media about the guy who thought his wife was cheating. I thought that was cold. Thought his wife was cheating. So he said he wanted to get a blood test. She says, go right ahead. He got the blood test and it was not his kid.
Oh.
And then she turns around and does a maternity test for herself and this baby. And it's not her kid either.
Huh?
And so for 5 years, they've been raising someone else's child. They got mixed up in hospital.
Oh, that's scripted. That's gotta be. Come on. What is that?
That still happens in 2014.
She carried it? Or it was
she
like
carried the other baby that supposedly got.
Whatever it was called.
No, this is supposed to have been their child.
Mm-hmm.
Then the child grow older and the husband is like, this nigga don't look like him. I'm just kidding. He doesn't look like the father. The father started questioning if the child was his in the story that I heard. But yeah, is what's good for the goose good for the gander? Did we get any answers on that?
No. It's Ariana said it's completely unfair out here. Like it is. It's unfair.
But it shouldn't be that way. And then the older I think people get, to me, I don't know, I'm just a little different. I don't feel like a person should want to stifle anybody else's life. Especially with meeting in the fourth inning any damn way. Like we should just let's be free and enjoy whatever,
Yeah. Life is too short for all those stipulations and all that control and boundaries and I don't know, like limits. Let's put it like that. There's nothing wrong with boundaries, but it is something wrong with limits.
Right. Yeah. What else are we talking about tonight?
I still want the listeners to answer these questions.
Chime on in, y'all. So what's good for the goose, good for the gander.
You think it's fair out here for men and women? What a man can do, women don't get it. You know, it's not accepted. It's not fair.
Say if this one scenario. Say if you guys are on a break, a so-called break. I don't really know how that really works, a break, but I can only imagine you guys are not seeing eye to eye, maybe having second thoughts about your relationship and need to take a break to regroup and see how, if this is even what you guys want. And in the break, you guys both agree that the persons can see other persons.
I don't think there is ever an agreement in any of my breaks. It has never been an agreement, but
you take breaks.
You just whatever happens.
So do you not talk about it? And like whatever happened over the break, it's like not your business.
You just don't talk about it. Mind you, I was in not to be personal, but I was in a long relationship, and we both had breaks and babies and all kind of stuff. So you just whatever happens, happen.
You did not have no other baby.
Have a baby by me, baby. Be a broke niggas,
bitch. I'm broke bitches, big. I'm broke.
But yeah, I mean, who knows? Who knows what happens? Like when you're gone, you may be gone.
Or should we even ask what happens on the break, or just come back and just reevaluate the situation and see where we stand once we come back together?
I think it's a code. You just don't ask.
I think people just go back together because they don't find what they were looking for on the other side.
That's true. You gotta give it some time.
You do.
Gotta give it enough time to find it and let it manifest.
What's for the audience? What's the good? How many months or how long should a break be? So you know for sure if this is worth going back to or whatever. Anybody?
I know somebody that waited 2 years.
And then went back? And did they stay together?
No.
They only went back because nobody else wanted them.
Who knows? Who knows?
Mm-mm.
That's crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm-mm. But yeah, I don't think it's talked about. Like, hey, we're gonna break up, and yeah, we chances are we're gonna get back together. So wear a condom.
That part is talked about?
No. You don't even say that. You don't do nothing.
Just so you don't even anticipate getting back together. Is it like a break where we know we might get back together, or we want to come and revisit this later on? How does that all work, guys?
I could see people might do that. Like, hey, I just need some space. I need some time to clear my mind. And, I'm not going to be doing anything. I'll be here. I just need some time.
Yeah, the space mean you need to go see other people.
No, sometimes it doesn't. You don't necessarily do the space for that. If you're taking space just to go and be with other people, you might as well just stay single. Like that, I wouldn't go back. If you're doing it just to be with other people. Yeah, you don't need to be in a relationship. You just need to be single. But
interesting.
Yeah, you just stay single. If
they just really broke up then.
Just really broke up, and you're literally broken up. And whatever happens in that breakup just happens. And if y'all find each other, y'all love each other enough to be back together.
Okay, he said the breakup should be communicated and mutual. I agree. See, what are you saying you agree on 100%?
Which part?
Devin
08.
Which part are you saying that you agree with 100%? What Tosh just said? I'm sorry. What did you say? That you just should agree to break up and then say that you leave room for in case you want to come back around?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Some things might just be abrupt though. Communication is just, all right, I'm done. Blocked.
I should come on here and say, I just want to come on here and ask questions. What do you guys think about
Go to the question.
if sex life gets boring? Should you invite other people into the space, or at least allow your partner to be with other people while you take a sexual hiatus?
Be single.
Be single again?
Be single. Do what you
Again,
please.
be single.
Be single. It all reverts back down to be single. Let's see.
Is that all?
Devin said he agrees with me. Okay. On GP. I don't know what that means.
On the general purpose. All right.
GP, are you with me?
God's property.
Can't be out here without a glove.
Oh no.
Definitely.
No.
Definitely caught slipping. It's only boring when the focus is elsewhere. Facts.
Really?
Yeah, being said, it's only
That's
sex can
good.
only be boring when the
Okay.
focus is elsewhere.
So Ben had a really dope topic that he had posted this week too that I really liked and thought we should talk about too. It was talking about the mental health of your partner and the male partners mostly. Like, should you be his piece, or should you be, or do you want to be the toxic turnip? Like, if your dude is having a horrible week, he's dealing with shit out in the world on a regular basis, his job is stressful, his baby mamas are stressful, like all the situations are stressful outside the house. Should you, like, because his attitude, of course, his mental health is not, vibrant. He's actually feeling a lot of weight on him. You know what I'm saying? Should you be his piece and try to work it through with him, what he's feeling? Even like if his attitude's a little nasty because of everything, should you just kind of be the piece, or should you turn up on him and be toxic right along with everything else?
You try to at least understand what the person is going through and kind of be considerate of what they're going through. And,
Right.
You kind of just draw back. You pull back, let them go through it, comfort them as much as you can. Not totally be on the back burner, because you have needs still too, but definitely don't add to the stress.
I always look at things like it's 4 weeks, 4 to 5 weeks in a month. And I say 3 of those weeks are going to be crunch time, hectic time, stressful time, high energy times, because we're out here competing in a lot of our jobs. A lot of our jobs are just overall stressful. Like, you're a nurse, you're on the floor, you're doing, you know what I'm saying? You see a lot of patients, some coming, some going. So, I mean, you see a lot of that. So I can only imagine just in your world alone, you know what I'm saying, or anybody that's dealing with stressful work environment.
Mm-hmm.
Those couple of weeks are going to be hella hard. And then I always take into consideration that 1 week for loving, 1 week for date nights, one, you know what I'm saying? If you can't do it on a weekly basis, which most people can't. I mean, I think it's healthy you do it on a weekly basis, but I also have times where that just doesn't fit in the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I just feel like with those high energy weeks like that, dinner should already be made. Baths should be drawn. Love making extra, you know what I'm saying? Maybe if that's where you're at mentally, because it takes two to be mentally prepared for that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I think that we should be more catering and loving and more soft and more when it's those high tense weeks like that.
And fair. Let's use that word a lot. This
this
show is gonna be called Fair.
Fair
Let's
enough.
be fair, because like you gotta find that it's already enough with finding a work-life balance. Like work and your life at home. Finding that balance is already tough in itself. So you're trying to fit kids, dinner, study, whatever, or working out,
whatever, yeah.
Boyfriend,
all those things.
Husband, sex time, meditation, church, date night, activities, and entertainment, family. Like it's a lot.
There's a lot to balance, and so I think both parties do need to be considerate of the other person. However, if that person is the main breadwinner and working outside the home, and one person maybe in the home. I think everybody just needs to know their role and know where they can be more helpful in their role. Pretty much.
Yeah, that's
But we do need to check on our partners.
Team players at work, you got to be team players in the household too. But then what if you're not in the household together?
Why? Because you're about to be a traveling nurse, aren't you?
No, just you're dating, but not in
The
in
same
the
household.
household. So then it's like that's another
whole different thing.
That's another thing because
yeah, because
I
you're not right there. You're not the hands-on. You can't hop in the shower together. And,
exactly. Like we're already here.
Rub somebody down and just take their mind off of the stresses of the everyday. Yeah. So yeah, that's true. But sometimes just, you know what I'm saying, giving that person some space. Like, babe, I already know you had a long day. Sometimes me personally, I like quiet. Yeah. Like I've dealt with people for the day. I work in service, you know what I'm saying, to people, customer service. So I've dealt with the service people today. I've dealt with the kids. And sometimes I just want to be left alone. And I don't think that's selfish in a negative way. I just feel like it's, it's sometimes needed to just be quiet, still. Get a nice phone call in. Hey, babe, how your day? Whatever. And you know what I'm saying? What you eat, what we eat, what the hell, how y'all doing over there? We doing good, whatever the case. And just being subtle and,
one of my doctors that I work with, one of my coworkers that sits next to me, she's out. She's actually on her nursing trip right now. She goes, hey, are you lonely today? I'm like, there's no such thing as lonely. I have 3 children.
Right.
Any quiet time is my time, and I love it. Like any quiet time for me is enjoyable. Like I get a mental break.
Yeah.
I don't have it's all good. I don't think there's no such thing. If you're grown and you have responsibility, there's no such thing as lonely.
Because I don't know who's still codependent at this age, even if life even allows you to be codependent. I know people still be codependent with their mates and their children too. But as far as not having know how to deal with oneself, and you'd be like, I'm bored. Who adults that say I'm bored is weird.
If you are
you're a weird
if you are bitch. Over 30 and you are saying I'm bored,
you're a weird dusty bitch.
You must not have enough responsibility in your life, because there ain't no dull moment in boredness. Not when you have a house to clean, things to do, working out. Like I said, all those things I named earlier. Right. There's no time for boredom. You don't have a time for boredom. Like you better get a life.
Think about that bill you can't pay.
You better go work that other job. Go sell some t-shirts or go do something. You know, bored. You bored. Oh yeah, get off your ass.
Yeah. So August is Black Business Month. I hope all of us entrepreneurs out here are getting our businesses together and doing what we're supposed to be doing. I know I'm not, but I will be doing better every day. Business is hard, guys. To work a 9 to 5 and be an entrepreneur. Woo!
I'm about to read some of these comments.
T-shirts.
I'm selling some t-shirts soon, very soon. Coming.
We about to get some t-shirts. We're like, buy our merch. Follow our YouTube, buy our merch.
Devin says, when it all boils down to communication, if either party is not satisfied, just say it. Ariana says, keep up. She said, peace. Like, yes, bring peace. Don't give them a headache.
I agree.
When life gets stressful, this is is it Devin? Yeah, it's Devin. I think, right? Or Devon. When life gets stressful, cater to each other. Scheduling and structure is important.
I like your answers, and thanks for chiming in this evening.
Anything is possible when working as a team. Teamwork makes the dream work. Mr. Johnson, what do you need daily? Can you put that in the chat? Because Mr. Johnson says I need it daily.
What are you talking about, Mr. Johnson?
Mr. Johnson.
What you talking about?
He's coming on back.
That's what I'm talking about, Mr. Johnson.
I love it. But yeah, let's just catch up on our listeners one time.
You're welcome, sir. But yeah,
thank y'all for chiming in.
Thanks for coming around, hanging out with us this Thursday.
Mr. Johnson, be nice.
Sex.
Johnson say he needs
Let's
sex
talk
daily.
about that. No, that's right.
Yeah, come back for the next episode.
You know what? It be like that. You be wanting it daily until you get it daily. Till you get it daily, then you be like, okay, thank you. That's a little much. I know that's how
If
I
you're
am.
married, if I'm married,
Daily.
it depends.
It's when you're not getting it daily, you want it daily. When you getting it daily, you don't want it daily. Believe me.
I've been on both sides of the fence.
Me too.
Yeah,
Want it and then don't want it.
I'm good. Either way, whatever. It is what it is.
I mean, you have your times where you have a high sex drive, and sometimes it's not so high. But yeah.
But yeah. Mhm.
What else? What else? You find out what, man?
You find out that is what the relationship is about.
Sex?
Yeah. That when you find out that's what it's about, I mean,
That's when
like,
shit gets tricky.
it's like, okay, what
that's
else can we do?
horrible.
Woo!
You shouldn't even get that far. That
Like,
is
okay.
just, it should never get that far to where you're like, ooh, I've just figured out that's what our relationship is based on. Should never get
You
that
should
far.
know
You should
that.
already know that.
Yeah,
Like,
you should know that in the beginning. Like, is this what
yeah,
it's about?
The sex is popping out. This airhead bitch. I can't. I mean,
This bitch
go to
snore.
yeah.
This nigga fart too much. Like, I mean, I don't know.
This nigga keep talking about his mama.
See, exactly. Like, if you're thinking these things, then it's all, you know that it's all about sex, because it's not no unconditional love. You wouldn't be thinking those things. You wouldn't even be thinking about that. Like, you're not even looking at that person like, ugh. Like, you did what you did, and now you're disgusted with the person. You just, yeah, that ain't, who wants that?
You know already if it's just a sexual thing or something more.
Yeah. Yeah.
But again, like I said, I do think what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
You think it is?
I
It should
do.
be, you mean?
No, I think it is. If I want to see other people, then I better just bite down and bear that you might want to see other people too.
Oh yeah.
And
you gotta be fair.
Okay, so I heard that they think that women are just so made on so emotional. I mean, I think I might have been a time in my life that I was so emotional as a female, just all that, whatever, where I'm like, I could never see him touch another person and I would kill myself.
So jealous.
Yeah, that's weird.
Jealousy?
Yeah, that's weird. I don't think that I don't think I have room for that kind of creepy shit.
That was probably when in your younger days, when you were like, territorial and stuff like that, and then you get older and you're just like,
yeah, but I think 2024 young women probably don't want to do what I want to do. Right? I don't even think girls that are in their 20s think like that, but I don't know for sure. Like, I don't want to be with nobody else. These girls, I don't know. In my 20s and in my 40s, I was talking to a girl earlier a week who said something about a tire. Like, she couldn't get somebody to come fix my tire. If you're watching, I'm just telling a story. I won't mention no names. Yeah. I was saying about a tire, like, my dude's gonna leave work and come fix my tire if I have a blowout, right? But it made me think about, like, damn, when I was in my 20s, shit, if I had a blowout, I had somebody there. You know what I'm saying? I always kept somebody that could do stuff like that. These young girls nowadays don't even be having a roster. He be feeding me in lobster.
What do they lobster?
No, I had a roster in my 20s. No, don't mean nothing. The person that they talk on the phone with, I guess.
Man, I gotta come over here and sit and play around with this soundboard, because dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, like, you gotta have. I mean, if you're young and you're not committed to in a relationship, like you got out of high school, married your high school sweetheart, having your first children, and at the park play dates and shit and all that, then you should have a roster. God forgive me if I'm condoning negativity, but I'm just saying.
I mean, you should always have somebody you can call.
You should always have somebody you can call on, right? If nothing else.
If it's not your mama and your daddy,
you should be able to call on somebody.
Especially if you're giving somebody some panty, you better be able to call them for something.
No, that's the gospel right there. Because if you out here sleeping with people and you don't have nobody you can call on, like if you out here dating and somebody's hitting that, like, come on, dude. You should be able to call somebody to come bring you lunch.
Tell you,
They should be able to bring you a tire.
come fix my tire. I always have to call AAA. Huh. But mama and daddy first, and then. So yeah, I think we're gonna be wrapping this up in a minute. Let me look in this. Tell him to scat. Let me see what's going on in here.
All right, band to an hour. Exactly, right?
Tell him to scat. If a person has your mind, body, and spirit, no one else is an option. That's facts.
That's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
That is beautiful. That's the hard part, keeping the mind, body, and all on one accord. Nam
That
Shivaya.
keeps you focused for sure.
Nam Shivaya.
My mind, my body, and my
I need
spirit.
to get grounded. I know it's a full moon right now, guys.
Oh, so
I know I need to get myself together, get myself grounded. I have not been doing none of my stuff, my fun moon rituals and stuff that I like to do to keep the good energies going and flowing.
I ran across someone in the
What?
store, and she was pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
She was working, and one of the gentlemen, I just so happened to be listening. Asked her, "Why are you working? You're pregnant. Why are you here?" And she was like, "Because like I have to have my own money, and I'm too independent. Like I sitting in the house, housewife. I'm not built for that." She was like, "I just have to have my own. I'll go crazy sitting at home." And I was like, "Yeah, you need to. What's the topic?" It's like you need to join my live podcast because we talk about all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, but I do feel like, I mean, in order for our culture, the Black American culture, in order for the culture to heal as far as with the Black strong independent mothers and women in our culture, I think that you have to start becoming more submissive in the sense where you will allow men to work for you. I know we haven't got to the point where a lot of these men are willing to work work for you and take care of you wholeheartedly. It's because a lot of times you're choosing the men that we're choosing. You know what I'm saying? I always point back to we came from the bitches ain't shit but hoes and trick era. You feel me? We 90s girls. So therefore, we understand that that whole generation was built to be the strong Black woman. It was to keep that whole thing going. In order for that to ever change, women are going to have to do a better job of choosing mates. I think a lot of times I wish it was as easy to say that the parents could choose for them. And that we could do arrangements with other Black families who have, or have good ideas about what they want for their lives and their children, and then do arranged marriages. But if that's not ever going to be a thing, then women definitely have to take it upon themselves to do a better job choosing a mate.
Yeah, I think that last statement is it. We just have to do better, make better choices because, and then don't be. I'm talking about me now. Don't be too independent.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's like if you're showing up for yourself so much, then it's nobody has to show up for you.
No, but just don't have so much pride where you don't know how to ask somebody for help. Even if you can't do it yourself.
Just so conditioned to that is your habit, your repetition that's in you to constantly have to do that. It's like you don't even know, or you don't even allow nobody in to help you. Like it's like that saying, like, you never been loved, so you don't even recognize when somebody's trying to love you.
But like, we know why people keep those hard walls up, because you do let people in and then they screw you, or are asking for too much in return when you're supposed to just be a gentleman's, gesture of doing something nice for a woman. And you know what I'm saying, a lot of times people have stipulations and they have, they're being manipulative and they want something in return.
They will definitely play on that too.
So don't be weak. I say all of that to say, don't be weak, ladies. Stand with your backbone strong, but don't be so hardcore, so strong where you can't allow a man to come in and, you know what I'm saying, do his part, play a position in your life somewhere, somehow.
Devin said,
Again.
if a man can't lead his family as a husband and father, he shouldn't be around.
That's facts.
Agreed.
We got to get to the part where, yeah, you have to, before you can become that father and husband, you have to choose the right kind of man. What's this say? It's a balance.
It's a balance.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep. I see 2 people said balance.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. If the man is supplying the food, the woman is cooking it. It's teamwork.
Yeah.
The man supply the home. The woman is
A lot of it has to
decorating and upkeeping it.
a lot has to do with the woman knowing exactly what it is she wants, having a good idea about what she wants from a man. So that way, when she presents herself, if that person is not open to what she's, open to or what she's putting out there, then you close the door immediately. You do not play with what you want. You don't take no shortcuts, and you don't take no,
Just settle.
You don't settle for nothing less.
I agree with that. Like, it should be known up front, right in the first couple of hours of communication.
Yeah. What it is
do.
Because most guys will ask you what you're looking for.
Go your way.
So yeah, most guys will ask chicks what you're looking for, and then they downplay shit. You feel me? Nothing. I'm single. I enjoy being single. Which is fine. A lot of people do enjoy being single, but it's, well, what you mean what I'm looking for from a man? Oh, these are the qualities that I most, look for in a man. And, let them know what it is. I look for a provider, a protector, someone who knows what they want. And, if he's really about what he says he's about, that's going to come in and put that down and take care of me, do what I need to be done.
Right. Or
get on about your business. Just don't pussyfoot. That's what folks say. Don't pussyfoot around with these.
Shit or get off the pot. Piss or get off the pot.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. And then even if you do have that approach, like you're telling somebody what you want and they're just doing it in the meantime, sir, you're going to have to keep that up.
Yeah.
Just like that woman is going to have to keep it up also.
Yeah, you find out that people will be acting like they're going about that life.
Listen.
And then you see all they little shortcomings,
They're going to take note and be exactly what you want them to be. And then, a year down the line, they're showing their true colors of who they really want to be in this relationship.
Right.
Like, no, you
or circumstances lead to them, things changing. And now they get to just act like as if the same things you asked for are not the same just because something changed. No, it's still the same. Things just change. It's still the same. But has Facebook saying anything?
Oh, Lord.
Facebook don't be saying nothing.
There we go.
Oh, shit.
I don't know if our Facebook is on or not.
It is.
But I'm telling you, Facebook be having a whole bunch of views. It don't never be live. It be like views after the fact.
Consistency is definitely the key. I'm tired, y'all. I had a long week. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week.
Thank you guys for joining and commenting, everyone who's in the chat. We appreciate you guys coming through every Thursday, 7:30-ish. Without further ado, we're going to end this tonight.
And we'll be back next Thursday, hopefully with a whole full topic for you guys. We're going to be doing our homework. We just be so busy. Sometimes we just have to, what do you call it? Like, just wing it.
Winging it. And like be lifing. Yeah, I enjoyed y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. Y'all have a good night.
That was it.
Go to commercial.
Go to commercial. Take care, guys.